As an entrepreneur in the online space and a high ticket sales closer, the most important part is their setup. You know, how clean is it? How crisp is it? What does it look like? Because we spend most of our day here. You know, I have the setup, closing deals. You guys are also probably thinking, why am I in a new room? It looks different to the video on your day in the life video. So I changed rooms. So my apartment is running out of its lease and I plan on moving abroad, going somewhere in Europe for a few months, then Tulum, Mexico, and then Cape Town. So the moment I'm back at the parents, just using one of their rooms as an office, just as a base whilst I go traveling because my apartment has run out and I don't really want to stay in the UK. So I've got the pleasure of having one room I sleep in and this room where I just have as an office. So to start with, let's go for the background. Background is super important. As you guys can see, I have a LED light bar. It's from Amazon and pretty much just makes the room look super nice instead of a dull room. Let me show you. Boom, 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 boom. I like the orange. Orange is nice. Boom. So, reason I have an LED light bar and the reason why I'm a vampire and my blinds and curtains are blacked out is because of first impressions. You know, when there's no light, when you can control the light, looks a lot better. And first impressions are important. You know, in the online space, you're just meeting prospects for the first time. So they're going to make a judgment of you in the first 2 to 3 seconds. So it's super important that you have a professional background and it looks nice. You know, if you see in my background a microphone, a nice lit lighting, no weird, tacky little lights, people are going to think good things. People are going to signify that with trust, with confidence, right? So that's the reason I have that. Now, that costs about £40. It's from Amazon. So if you guys want to get one, pop me a message. I'll send you a link through. Let's move on to the juicy stuff. So, this is where all the money's made. This is where I generate 10 to 16,000 US dollars in profit every single month. First thing I want to mention is the standing desk. Super useful when working here all day. You know, let's say I lose energy or I lose focus and maybe my back hurts. You know, I'll just stand up, maybe take a call, stood up for a bit, or even just do some study, do some YouTube editing here. Most of the time I am sit down, but I'd recommend anyone to get one of these. Next thing I'd want to mention is the microphone. So I use a Shure SMB7, I think it's called. Essentially, for any new closer, you don't need to get one of these, but it comes down to first impressions, like I mentioned. So this is an armbar that I got from Amazon. Essentially, it just makes me sound good. You know, when speaking people online, first impressions count, like I said. So the better you sound, the better you look, the better it is. Okay, so it just makes my setup a bit more professional. Okay, I can move that out of the way if I want to. In terms of keyboard, I don't like the Apple ones. I think the Apple ones are pretty shit. So what I use is a Logitech. It's got like a little LED light up keyboard. It's a wireless one. Just means I don't have to reach over to my laptop. Of course, I've got a nice little wireless mouse to make things easier. But where all happens is the monitor and the laptop. In terms of laptop, I have the MacBook Air M2, I think. Yeah, so the MacBook Air M2 2022. This does me wonders. It's not too clunky, so I can bring it around and it gets me through the day. So, in terms of what I use it for, usually main things I use is Slack. Slack is where I speak to all the team, the companies I'm working alongside, and it's just the main point of contact for a lot of people I work with. Okay, Zoom, of course, you know you can't miss a bit of Zoom. Currently editing a video I've got putting out. It's probably out by the time you guys are seeing this. So I use iMovie for my editing. A lot of people will probably hate on that, but we're a rookie these days. Chrome is my favorite browser. Okay, I think it's a lot better than Safari. I just think it's 10 times easier. So main thing I'm going to be using is Google Calendar. This is for me to see all my appointments, see what I've got to do, see any calls I've got. Okay, if I ever want to schedule something, maybe block out my calendar because I'm traveling, I'll just block it out. In terms of networking, one of the main things I use is Facebook. Now, a lot of people think it's super old, it's for old people, but Facebook is where a lot of business owners and sales managers lie on their personal accounts. So there's no appointment setters, there's no DM setters in the way. So a little nugget for you guys, if you want to find offers, if you want to find clients to work with, look on Facebook. But of course, you got to find the right people. Another gadget I use is ChatGPT. I never used to use this, but it's an absolute game changer. Let's say you're going through an issue or you're struggling. You just ask it to ChatGPT and ask you to give you a plan. So other day I was looking for, actually I wanted to record a high ticket closer setup video for YouTube. How can I structure it? Literally told me the exact structure I should use. Didn't follow it to a T, but still, here's the point. Now, the monitor in general is a monitor from Amazon. I think it was like £150, but it works wonders. Reason being is, let's say I'm on a call. I have Zoom up here. I have the prospect here. Let's say I'm taking payment or I'm onboarding them. I'll literally take care of everything here whilst they're still on the call. And I can just drag things over, which is pretty sick. In terms of my webcam, the Apple MacBook webcam is pretty shit. So I use a Logitech C920. It does absolute bits. It's pretty much like £60 on Amazon or on the internet. It's done me beautiful. It just plugs in on the back with a little USB thing. I'd say one of the last things that I use is this little light. Okay, so what this can do, it can switch to different colors, different like dim settings. And this just means my face is just well lit up. It means that I don't look shit on sales calls. Of course, I got a few pens in the bag there. Last thing I want to mention is my little glasses. I have noticed that sleep is something I need to improve on in terms of the quality of it. So instead of saying, oh, I'm not going to go on any devices 2 hours before bed, I just wear these red light glasses. It means I don't see any blue light. I don't have any effect on my sleep. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Of course, this standing desk has my Apple AirPods, game changers, which I wouldn't recommend enough. That's pretty much it. You know, I want to keep it as simple as possible so that it stays clean in my mind and it's just as easy as possible to use. I think with setups, it's really important to make it enjoyable and make it as nice as possible, even if it means you've got to spend a bit of money on it. Because if you think about it, this is the place you spend the most time as an entrepreneur. You want it to be nice. You know, you want to enjoy being there. So that's a bit about my setup. Any questions you've got, let me know. Any of these bits of tech you want to order, just let me know and I'll send you a link. But yeah, that's pretty much it.